All right, let's talk about Moana 2. Does it ride the waves of greatness, or does it sink into the sea of sequels that we did not need? Okay, you guys, I'm so excited about Moana. Moana 2, it has truly stuck out this time around. If you guys are looking for a fun family movie to go catch up with your kids, adults, I promise you, this one is for the win. All right, so listen, the same cast returns in Moana. Auli'i Cravalho plays Moana. She comes back and she is absolutely stunning. And then we have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Maui. We do get a few new extra characters in this movie. I don't remember their names, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I love the fact that Moana has a little sister, and their bond is just absolutely so amazing. It's so freaking adorable. It was a very unexpected surprise to me, and I absolutely love the little sister. Let's get into this movie's blueprint. The sequel dives into Moana's journey as a leader, exploring themes of responsibility, legacy, reconnecting with her ancestors, and truly discovering who she is as a wayfinder and what that means for her and her people. Picking up exactly where we left Moana in the water, Moana is trying to figure out how to reconnect her people with the rest of the world, because her island still needs other people so it can flourish and grow. So I thought that it was an absolutely amazing goal for this story to have the character, because technically she didn't solve it in season 1. She solved the part of it with returning the heart of Tafiti back to Tafiti, and it lifted some of a curse, but she still had to deal with a second curse. I forgot what the god name was, but anyway, another curse that was placed on them by another god who was trying to keep them separated. So Moana has to go on this journey, and this time she takes a crew with her. She still takes Hey, as well as the Pua goes with her, and then you have an older farmer, you have the village history or portrait guy or history teller, and then you have the young lady who makes her boat. So it was amazing to see that Moana had a team with her, although the team is not really set for this journey or understand what is going to happen on this journey. I don't think Moana herself understands it. In this film, you all, I still feel like it follows some of the same pace from season 1. It felt like very much on brand. We're back on the water, we're following this magical light in the sky. This time it's in the sky, not in the ocean. So we're following this magical light in the sky. We're faced with the same villain, so we get to meet the little coconut people again, but we find out that they're not meanies, they're not villains, are not terrorists. They just also are looking to get reconnected with their people from their village, because they too were separated from their families and their world, and they want to be reconnected with their people. So it's good to see that there is someone else on the water, that another village or creation of people who was also cursed to be separated from their family. They're trying to get back, and this time Moana has to work with them to defeat one of the biggest, her first villain, right, which is a sea creature, kind of like how she does with the big lobster or crab. She's in this underworld where it moves, I feel like at this pace it's moving really quickly, more quicker than it does with than Moana 2. But this time Moana is like more positive, she's more upbeat, and so we get to see her, you know, meet other people, and it reassures her of her duty as a wayfinder. She's even inspiring other people, as she typically does. Very jolly, very loving. I'm going to spoil it, so sorry for this, but Moana does complete her job. Her mission ultimately is to pull up the island, and that was taken from her people, that connected the waters for all of her people and mankind to connect to each other. She had to go through a terrible storm to pull up those waters with to pull up the island with Maui and have a human touch foot on it in order to break the curse. she does it. Unfortunately, she dies doing it, but she becomes a demigod. So I was really excited to see, like, we have a demigod now. She's not a princess. They made it known several times she's not a princess. She's a demigod now. So I want to go, this story tugged at my heart, just watching her, just the echoes of like history and legacy and the importance of community and love and purpose really rung out the most to me in this film. It pulled on my heart. I absolutely loved it. I was cheering for her, for like even following her ancestors and listening to her inner voice and just being connected spiritually to her people. Even if it looked grave to her, she still did it. And I love the level of perseverance and not giving up. Even if things didn't look the way that it's supposed to do, she pushed forward and she did it. Now, that was a really well written story. Here is another film where the music stuck out more than the movie did. I was really excited about Moana becoming a demigod, but y'all, the music was the best. Like, my family couldn't wait to get into the car and start playing the soundtrack right away. It is absolutely amazing. Like, I haven't been this touched by a Disney princess story since Frozen 2. Like, I don't know who's out here writing these Disney stories, but y'all are putting some real like lessons in these real motivational themes that's really calling out to me. So I loved it. I 100% loved Moana 2. I kind of low-key can't wait till it comes on Disney so I can play it and rewatch it with my children. The songs, I will give it this. I felt like when the movie first started with the songs, I whispered to my partner and I was like, listen, they have a big shoe to fill, because Moana 1, the soundtrack was amazing. I love the music in Moana 1. So to top it off, they're gonna have to really bring their A game, and boy did they bring their A game. Y'all, the songs were absolutely heartwarming. It filled my heart. It empowered me. It inspired me. It just the meanings behind the songs. Now, my daughter likes Maui's song. I hate Maui's song because I felt like they were trying to give it another "you're welcome" kind of vibe, and it wasn't working. But it's still catchy, still fun to dance to. It's still a fun song. But I love the most when Maui goes to pick up Moana's dead body and he's like singing the ancestors' song, or the song of the song of the Polynesian people. He sings that to her. I love the way he sung that. I love the heart. Like, I loved it, y'all. I loved it. It was so touching. I was like in tears. I loved it. So that was probably the song that stuck out for me for Dwayne's character. Now, let's talk about the visual reign, okay? The graphics in this, I don't know what it was. I felt like, I don't know if technology has just gotten improved a lot since Moana 1, but Moana felt a lot more grown up-ish and not little girl-ish, right? And I know like most of them are supposed to be like teenagers or so, but she was given a lot of realism within her. So I think that's amazing for the graphics, for the character. It felt real. Her hair was a lot more curlier, wavier, and they had a black woman on there, and baby homegirl had the 4C kinky afro. She had it and I loved it. I loved it. So I think the graphics have gotten better, or we just really have some people who are very much in tune with ethnicities and cultures outside of white cultures, and they're getting it right. They're 100% getting it right. The texture of the people's hair, the skin color. I love the culture that was in it. I don't know if it's real or not because I'm not abreast on Polynesian or their culture at all, but I felt a call for, it felt authentic. So I don't know if it was authentic or not. You guys tell me. Even just her doing the dance, even doing the call of the people, like that felt similar to what I've seen before. I don't know if it's one, like, again, I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be or not, but it just felt real for me as an outsider. I love the graphics on here. It just the whole movie, I can't put my finger, it's one of those things like I can't put my finger on it, but something is different with the graphics. And I think it may just be technology, or we've had more people pay more attention to detail, to, you know, maybe they brought in more experts to actually be able to tell you, like, this is how the Polynesian skin should look, or the color, or something. But it felt more real. It's almost if I could touch Moana, very real and not cartoony. So that was really good. Even Maui, like Maui, oh my God, they did a scene where Maui didn't have his tattoos, and I didn't like that. But he felt really real, very human-like. So it might just be the graphics, but they did an amazing job. We still got to see, we had to meet new characters, hear new songs, see new, still play with the water. Yeah, I think they did an amazing job with the graphics for this one. So tops off, crown tip to those who worked on the graphics, those who worked on like implementing the culture. You know, I'm trying to watch my son on his baby monitor. I think he's getting ready to wake up, so I had to hurry up. All right, so does this get a queen's crown, or was it a royal flop? I want to hurry up because he's getting ready to wake up. This is definitely a royal, a queen's crown. This surpassed the original film. This left me cheering, excited, wanting to play the music. We played the music as soon as we left the theaters. This was empowering. It was profound. It pulled at my heart for like family and culture and purpose. It truly was a good film. So if you are looking for something, I know most of the kids are not going to pick up on the lessons that were there in Moana 2, but I think it's a good family movie. Listen to the soundtrack, y'all. If y'all are like my kids, if your kids are like my kids, you're going to be listening to this year round. I guarantee you, and you're going to have a few of your own favorite songs, because I already have a few of my favorite songs on there. But I absolutely love the messages that was in this film. I love watching the persistence of this character, and I love that we have a demigod. We absolutely have a demigod now. Now, if I was her parents, I would be pissed that my daughter came back a demigod, because that would mean you died. And I would be 100% pissed that my daughter came back a demigod. I think I'd be happy, but I'd be pissed. Like, the mother in me would be like, what the heck did you do? Like, you died? What did you do? So let me know, you all, if you get to see Moana 2, what's your favorite parts? What songs are your favorite songs? Let me know how your children loved it. Like, what did you think about the messages, the graphics, all of it? What stood out the most to you? And I'll see you for the next movie review.